Shocking new evidence confirms Aaliyah's death was planned. But before we reveal this new shocking evidence, let's first discuss who she was. Aaliyah Dana Haughton, who started going by the stage name Aaliyah, died in a terrible plane crash in the Bahamas on August 25, 2001, when she was just 22 years old. She was a passenger on a small plane that crashed shortly after takeoff and caught fire. The singer and 8 other people were all killed. How can a plane having any technical fault be allowed to take off? And if it didn't have any technical faults, how did it ended up catching fire? Why did Hype Williams move the shoot to the Bahamas when they were already in Miami filming and using a green screen? Was it a ploy to get her to travel alone? All of these things together make this incident sound pretty fishy, and it is still a mystery to be solved that who was the actual culprit for her death. Before we answer these questions, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can stay atop latest celebrity gossip and news. On January 16, 2023, Aaliyah would have turned 44, and it's saddening to think about how famous she would be now if she were still alive. Aaliyah could sing, dance, and act, making her a triple threat. She was well-informed and was smart. She was, among several other things, beautiful by nature. At the age of 22, her life was cut short by a plane crash in the Bahamas. The official narrative is that the private transport plane carrying Aaliyah and 8 other folks crashed because it was too packed, but most of her fans have never accepted this because a lot of things don't make sense, and new evidence is starting to show that a recent death was not an accident.
The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
Let's look into the evidence that her death was planned. Hype Williams is the first person we need to talk about because his name keeps coming up when something seems off. On August 21, 2001, Aaliyah said that the video shoot for her single Rock the Boat would start the next day and that Hype Williams would be directing it. Aaliyah flew to Miami on August 22 to film underwater scenes and dance routines on a set with a green screen. But then Hype Williams decided for some reason to move the shoot from Miami to the Bahamas. On August 23, the singer and some employees from Virgin Records took 2 flights to the Bahamas. But it's still not evident why Hype Williams tried to insist on shooting the video in the Bahamas when they had already started shooting with a green screen in Miami. Even if he wanted to film more scenes on a real beach, doesn't Miami already have enough beaches? It just doesn't make sense, which is one of the many reasons why fans have wondered if this was a flight to get Aaliyah to travel alone. She was afraid of flying, so she always went to places with her parents or brother. Aaliyah's fans suspected a change of venue, as one of them tweeted, "Why did Hype Williams move the shoot to the Bahamas when they were already in Miami filming and using a green screen? Was it a ploy to get her to travel alone since she always traveled with her mom or brother?" Aaliyah's ex-boyfriend Damon Dash said that he told her not to go to the Bahamas because it wasn't needed for the video and he didn't like how Hype Williams asked her to go there. This is also suspicious. On August 26, Aaliyah was supposed to leave the Bahamas. She had finished filming the video scenes early, so she decided to leave the day before. Damon Dash, in his interview about his suspicion on sudden change in place of video shoot, said,
"There was no chance that if I was there, we would have been on that plane. You know what I'm saying? So it would have never happened that way."
Williams is not the only man who's been accused, and it's even scarier to think that Aaliyah's own family may have been lied to. She was married to R. Kelly at the age of 15. Before her marriage, she was also in relationship with him, and this relation was not known by any of her family members, not even her uncle, who actually was the source of their first meeting. R. Kelly's name can also be seen in the list of people connected to the case. Aaliyah's first record, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, was made with Kelly 2 years after she was signed. She started going out with Kelly, and when her parents found out, they quickly ended the marriage. But Aaliyah's reputation was hurt more than Kelly's by the scandal. She wasn't shown as one of Kelly's first victims, but rather as a young woman who tried to get with him. Talking about Kelly's well-known notoriousness, Rebecca Ferguson tweeted, "R. Kelly? He married Aaliyah when she was 15? He was peeing on teenage girls, yet he was still allowed to keep his career? You people still worked with him. You turned a blind eye, and now you'll clap at his demise. Misogyny at its finest. This is why I campaign." Aaliyah was buried in Manhattan on August 31. About 800 people, including a few celebrities, were at her funeral procession, but there is no record of Hype Williams being there. R&B singer Asher, former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson, and Aaliyah's grieving mother were all there. Hype Williams was very quiet about her death, and he wouldn't talk about what happened in the Bahamas. As you can see, even today, there are still a number of strange and mysterious things about her death. Most of Aaliyah's fans think that her death was planned. In fact, Aaliyah's tragedy has been trending on social media lately, and fans are now asking police to look into the case and find out what really happened. She was an example of how to live a good life, and she left this world like a princess. She was a strong support to the people around her as well. Her boyfriend talked about her in an interview that,
But what Aaliyah liked about me and what she loved about me was the fact that I had strength and I learned to live with my obstacles and deal with it. So, I know that she wouldn't have seen anything in me if she didn't see the strength to get through it.
Do you think her death was planned? Is Hype Williams connected to her death? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. For further interesting videos like this, get yourself aboard by subscribing our YouTube channel and stay atop celebrity gossip and showbiz news.